Floor is open if anybody wants to start, and then if you guys would just raise your hands, please. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, DJ, welcome to Charlotte. Mike K from the Charlotte Observer. DJ, I was just curious, there were reports out there that you had some other visits lined up. Why was Carolina the right place for you, and why did you kind of skip those visits to sign here?
Um, well, obviously going into the free agency process, it was obviously a lot going on and a lot took place within that week. But you know what I'm saying, once Carolina, you know what I'm saying, was brought up upon my representation, I knew that, I don't know, it was just like a light that just got bright inside of me, and I was excited to go down there. And once I got there, it was everything that I thought it would be, you know what I'm saying, as far as the coaches welcoming me and just having those talks and meetings with them, and just basically them, you know what I'm saying, telling me that I'm a big key or a big part of what they want to do in the future. And you know what I'm saying, the words and the actions lined up. So I was excited to be here. Obviously, it's closer to home. And I went to college down the street, so it just made sense.
Having the injury late in this season, how are you progressing? When do you think you'll be ready for OTAs?
Well, you know what I'm saying, we're still in the lab. We're still getting stronger, getting, you know what I'm saying, my leg back right. So I can't give you a timeline on that as of now.
Congrats again.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to David Newton.
Hey, DJ, David Newton with ESPN.com. How you doing? Welcome here.
Good. How you doing?
Good. Wanted to ask you, I guess one of the things a lot of people want to know, because they traded Brian Burns away, or can you be the every down type player that can replace Brian Burns in his production, and why?
Well, I'm not looking to replace anybody. I'm looking to be the best version of myself, the best player that I know I can be. And obviously, the film that I've put out there, I can be an every down starter. I can play the run, I can pass rush, I can drop in coverage, I can do whatever coach wants me to do. So obviously going here and coming here, I'll be able to showcase that. And you know what I'm saying, the future is bright for myself and for the Carolina Panthers.
Well, some of that play you made again at Carolina, the scoop fumble for the touchdown, that was one of the highlights of last season, I guess, for you. Where does that rank for you?
It's up there. Obviously, I would put the entire season as a highlight, just because that was more of a kind of breakout statistical year for myself. But you know what I'm saying, obviously that was a highlight that I was very proud of.
And one other thing, you stood on the other side of Bryce Young, and he obviously was sacked a lot this past year and was under a lot of pressure. What did you see as a defender in him that makes you believe that some of the things that the Panthers have done with the signing of the guards and everything will maybe help ease that? Did you see him maybe rushing or under, feeling that duress more than normal?
Well, I just feel like the coaches and the upstairs staff have done a great job of bringing in those big guys in the interior to help Bryce Young. Obviously, he's a exceptional player. He's done great things, and coming to the league, you know what I'm saying, everyone has those, you know what I'm saying, those ups and downs. I've had them. But with those key additions, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's right there for him. I know he's going to do big things, and I'm excited for what this team is going to bring this year.
Any one thing you liked in him?
Um, just his attitude, his mindset, his kind of uh his dog nature. He doesn't get too high, he doesn't get too low. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want in a leader. Obviously, being a defender, we all see those things playing against him, and you know what I'm saying, he has that poise to himself, and obviously he's been in these big time situations. So you know what I'm saying, that's definitely a quarterback that I want to play for.
Appreciate it, and welcome again.
All right, let's go to Vashti Hurt, followed by Jeff Hawkins.
Hi, DJ. I'm Vashti Hurt with Carolina Blitz. Welcome. You mentioned that they said that you would be a big part. Did they speak in details about what your role in the defense would be, or how they see you fitting into the defense?
We didn't go too in depth because obviously I had to sign here first before they gave me all the key nuggets. So I'm sure we'll get over that soon in the near future. But basically, they just told me they needed you know what I'm saying, a couple edge defenders that can be able to, you know what I'm saying, stop the run, that can pass rush, and that can do, you know what I'm saying, whatever Coach EJ wants us to do up front. And I'm familiar with his system. I played in it. with Ed Donatel back in Minnesota. So it's kind of similar. I'm familiar with it, and it just makes sense.
Also, you went to South Carolina. You talked about returning home. Was there anybody that you spoke to on the team currently before you decided to sign to kind of get some advice or some information on the squad?
Yeah, a couple guys. My buddy Luigi, he was in Minnesota with me. He's now here in Carolina, and then my boy JC Horn. Obviously, we played ball at South Carolina together, and once he seen, I think it was like a report or something that DJ Wonum could be visiting Carolina. You know, he sent me that. He was like, "Come on, man! Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's do it." You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? I've been playing with that guy for a minute in college, so just being here and being able to play with him, I know the energy that he brings on his defense as well. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings, Jeff Hawkins from the Charlotte Post. Welcome to Charlotte. I was wondering what type of influence did Everno have on you coming to Charlotte?
I couldn't hear you. Can you say that one more time?
What type of influence did Everno have on you coming to the Panthers?
I think it was more familiarity with his system. Obviously, I got a good rundown on the type of coach he was, the type of person he was from, you know what I'm saying, just players and staff members. But more of just, you know what I'm saying, my familiarity with the system and being playing in this system before. Obviously, I know that this defense was really good last year, and he was a big part of that. So I would love to be here and play for that guy.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Mike K, followed by Joe Person.
Hey, DJ, I'm back.
Huh.
What do you like? What do you like about playing outside linebacker as opposed to maybe defensive end? And how does that position kind of help with your traits?
It just allows me to use my versatility. Obviously, I feel like, yeah, like people can label me as a pass rusher, but I feel like I'm more than that. I can bring a lot of different things to a defense. Whether it's any kind of disguises you want me to show like I'm coming, and I can drop in coverage, and I can play in space pretty well. And you know what I'm saying, I can stop the run like a defensive end or whoever. So I feel like the edge defender position is kind of what defines me as a player. I can be versatile and do whatever I want, you know what I'm saying, outside.
DJ, it's Joe Person with The Athletic. Welcome to Charlotte. Question about, you had mentioned earlier that last year was like a breakthrough for you. What's next? Like what do you want to do next in your career and kind of take the next step?
Obviously the goal is I want to win a Super Bowl. And I feel like we have the pieces to do that from a team standpoint. But personally, I want to establish myself as a dominant edge defender in this league. I've shown signs that I could be that. And I mean, what better place than do it at home? You know what I'm saying? Down here in Carolina, being close to my actual home where I'm from, Georgia, like it wouldn't be a better place to, you know what I'm saying, establish my roots here. And I know the type of player that I can be, and I know what I will be and what I will work towards being.
And then also, you were asked about Bryce earlier. Have you had a chance to talk to him yet? I wondered if there was any good-natured joking about your scoop and score against them last year.
Oh no, I haven't talked to him yet, but I'm sure we will in the future.
They didn't roll that highlight out during your visit here, did they?
No comment.
All right, thank you.
All right, we got time for a few more. Let's go back to David Newton.
Yeah, DJ, you mentioned the South Carolina connection. Obviously, the Panthers talked to or had Jadeveon Clowney in here. Have you two talked? Are you optimistic he could be joining you? And what kind of a pair could you guys make as a couple of former Gamecocks on the edges?
Oh, I mean, I think that would be big for, you know what I'm saying, the state of South Carolina. But I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's his decision at the end of the day. Obviously, we've talked. We was here at the same time, but who knows? I mean, I would love to play with a guy like him. dominant edge defender as well. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of done a lot of things in his career. So who knows?
See, I mean, at his 31, I mean, you're a younger guy, obviously. He still got a full tank there, you feel?
Oh, I mean, did you see his season last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's cool. And the other thing I want to ask you said you feel like you got all the pieces here to win a Super Bowl. Can you be more specific? I mean, this team's had 6 straight losing seasons. NFL worst 2-15 last year. What makes you feel now they have the pieces?
Well, obviously, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like over the years they've added, you know what I'm saying, key additions. And this offseason was big, you know what I'm saying, bringing in Coach Canales and all those guys that have been a part of, you know what I'm saying, winning teams and winning cultures. And you know what I'm saying, we got the guys, we got the pieces. They've done their job in free agency. Obviously, we got the draft coming up. But you know what I'm saying, there's guys here that are dogs and that have done, you know what I'm saying, big things in the league. And as we continue to put the pieces together and bond and, you know what I'm saying, going into OTAs, you know what I'm saying, put the all the pieces and, you know what I'm saying, form that kind of like that puzzle. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a lot of things that we can do.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Any more questions for DJ?
Yeah, Dylan, I have one. I can't find oh, here we go.
Go ahead, Alex. You're good.
Okay, I couldn't find the raise hand function. Hey DJ, how's it going? Alex Zetler with the Charlotte Observer. Just generally speaking, what is the thing that you've learned most in your first couple years in the NFL?
Obviously my first thing that I've learned is it's a business. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, the team's gonna do what, you know what I'm saying, what best fits them. So a lot of personal things and personal matters that you may feel the team may not feel, but at the end of the day, it's business. So you have to, you know what I'm saying, act accordingly. And obviously, in order to be dominant and great in this league, you got to put in the work. And it all boils down to the little things. For example, like taking care of your body, and extra film and extra workouts and just doing the little extra things to help, you know what I'm saying, you become that whatever kind of player you want in this league. But yeah, so far, obviously those are a couple things I'm learning, and I'm still learning as we go.
Yeah, totally. And then I also was curious. Sorry. I was also curious about if you could expound on your relationship with JC. Obviously, you just said you talked to him this off season. I don't know, are there any memories or moments that strike you from your college career that comes to mind and excites you when you get the chance to play with him again?
I don't know. It's just like we have that connection. I don't know. Obviously we hung out a lot in college and school. And I just know the type of player he is. And I feel like I'm a similar style when it comes to being that dog, basically that dog on the field, you know what I'm saying, going out there and trying to be dominant. And I saw that in him as you know what I'm saying, when he was a young bull coming up. And obviously his pops was a dog in the league as well. So it's in him. And I feel like it's in me as well. So I feel like that's what we need. That's what the energy we'll bring, you know what I'm saying, to this defense.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
All right, we got time for a few more. Go ahead, Joe.
You mentioned being a dog. That was something that Dan Morgan talked about a lot during his press conference. Did that come up at all during your meetings with the Panthers, that they were looking for dogs, and especially your kind of dog?
Absolutely. I feel the energy, you know what I'm saying? I talked to Dave and he gave me kind of like how he came up and what he stood for. And it all boiled down to that, like having that dog in you. And yeah, it came up a few times, not only just him, just a couple other coaches too. So.
All right, thanks, DJ.
Yep.